You know, there's a book called The Tragedy of American Compassion by Marvin Olasky, and that was a book written back in the 1960s, and it was about the welfare state and how things had come into our culture to provide for families that were in need. And one of the things that happened back in the early days, so to speak, is that people were given two choices. You either marry the woman if you get her pregnant, a guy, or you give the baby into an adoption. And today, that statistic has really flipped. We tend to think we have two choices, either parenting or abortion. And that's really what I thought I had. I thought I had the choice of parenting or abortion. And I was not ready to parent at 18. I was not ready to parent at 19. I wasn't ready to parent at 20. I wasn't ready to parent at 21. And so thinking past those two choices that you have to that other life-affirming choice, which is adoption, can help a person to consider their other options. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to face that child. And abortion seems like a better choice because then you don't have to face that child. You can solve it immediately, and you don't have to think about, well, what if that child grows up and maybe doesn't like me? Or maybe what if that child grows up and comes back to me and says, hey, why did you give me away? And it's even in our language that we use when we talk about choices. People never talk about abortion as the giving away of a child. But abortion is the giving away of a child to death. But they talk about adoption as the giving away of a child. And that's something that many women just have a really hard time to face. And I think the lie that many of us who have experienced abortion bought into was that abortion wasn't going to affect us, but that adoption was horrible. And that both are challenging choices. But I wish that I would have considered that for my other children. I wish I wouldn't have had to go through post-abortion counseling to deal with the fact that I took the life of 3 kids.